This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Thursday, June 5th, starting off the day with some patchy fog, but that will probably burn off by mid-morning. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds today with a thunderstorm rolling through the area in the early afternoon. A bit humid today with a high of 88. Cloudy and humid this evening with a low of 76. Here are today's headlines. 2 Keller residents have pleaded guilty to federal charges for their role in a romance scam that defrauded elderly victims across the United States. The scheme involved convincing victims to send money under false pretenses and then transferring those funds abroad, primarily to Ghana. 36-year-old Felix Clark pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and wire fraud last month in a U.S. District Court in Camden, New Jersey. His partner, 33-year-old Esther Ampial, also of Keller, pleaded guilty to operating an unlicensed money transmitter business. Court documents show that from June to September in 2022, Clark worked with a co-conspirator in Ghana to receive and transfer proceeds from the fraud. The co-conspirators used fake online dating profiles to build relationships with mostly elderly victims, including individuals who had recently lost spouses. They convinced the victims to send money by claiming it was needed to access gold in Ghana. In other news, a Texas woman died after contracting a brain-eating amoeba from tap water used to clear out her sinuses. The 71-year-old, who was not identified, fell ill within 4 days of using a nasal irrigation device filled with tap water from an RV last year at a Texas campground. In a report released May 29th, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said the woman developed a fever, headache, and altered mental status before eventually suffering seizures and dying 8 days after the onset of symptoms. Neither the location of the campground or date of the woman's death were provided. Laboratory testing confirmed the presence of the bacteria Naegleria fowleri in the patient's cerebrospinal fluid. Naegleria fowleri, commonly called a brain-eating amoeba, can cause primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, a rare and deadly infection. In very rare cases, an infection can occur after contact with inadequately chlorinated swimming pool water or contaminated tap water. Very rarely, infections have occurred in people who used contaminated tap water to irrigate their sinuses. Public health officials recommend using distilled, sterilized, or boiled and cooled tap water to clear sinuses. Next up, school is out for summer at Plano schools, but for some campuses, school is out for good. Citing declining enrollment, Plano Independent School District trustees voted unanimously last summer to close Armstrong Middle, Carpenter Middle, Davis Elementary, and Forman Elementary schools after the 2025 school year ended. Officials estimated closing the campuses would save the district around $5 million in annual operating costs. They are not the only North Texas public schools closing their doors amid strained budgets, an often emotional decision. Fort Worth ISD voted recently to close 18 campuses by 2029. School districts hope some financial relief will come from the $8.5 billion in school funding that has won approval in the Texas legislature, but it's too late for the schools preparing for demolition. Now Plano, a city almost fully built out after decades of rapid growth, will decide the future of land the district is vacating. And a crowd gathered in the center of the Dallas City Hall lobby to honor 9 people and organizations with 2025 Pride and Excellence Awards. As District 6 City Council member Omar Narvaez began speaking, he motioned toward the City of Dallas Pride flag hung in honor of June being National LGBTQ Pride Month. Narvaez emphasized that this year's awards are representative of those who continue to support and uplift LGBTQ communities, despite challenges the community has faced with the Trump administration. The 9 LGBTQ advocates who received the award have shown leadership in business, civic engagement, public service, arts and culture, and philanthropy. Award recipients ranged from individuals to nonprofit organizations. Each award was presented by a member of the Dallas LGBT Task Force. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.